You're listening to The Word on the Streets with Joe Bingham, Jason Tasker, and Raj Pujada.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Word on the Streets. You're back here with a very bunged up Joe Bingham. I'm also here with...
Hello, it's Jason. Nice to see you again.
And Raj Pujara.
Well, that was more energetic than you, wasn't it? Really, like.
Yeah, but I'm ill. I'm ill, and at least with me, I still sounded like an ill human. You sounded like Microsoft Sam, bro.
I sound like an upbeat Stephen Hawking.
A little bit, yeah. A little bit.
What's wrong with you?
Just run down, a bit burnt out, a bit of a cold. But you know,
You okay?
Yeah, I'm trying to hold it together. You know what I mean? Obviously, I found out today with our logo that we also talk about well-being and mental health, apparently. So just to check you guys in with how mine's doing. I do stand-up comedy a lot, so obviously mental health's doing really well. And well-being, I ate an orange today because I was ill. So I'm killing it, to be fair. Yeah, how are you guys getting on well-being and mental health?
Well, that's it. I don't really know whether... I think there probably should be some other things on there, like paedophiles, terrorists.
We can add and edit.
Yeah. You know, I've never read that.
Nah.
It says career.
Yeah.
Korea.
How are all our careers
It's
doing?
all ironic,
North or
honestly.
south? Which one do you want to talk about? Did you hear about that guy? He was in North Korea and he got killed because he stole a poster.
Yeah.
Yeah, mate.
So this was a while ago, and I remember, you know, the full story of it.
He's read a meme on it, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I read a meme on it, I can't lie.
Is this the guy?
Dominic something.
Yeah, and he went there.
No, Otto. His name was Otto.
Because is he the guy that was a journalism student?
He was about to go to study university, and he went to Korea with a bunch of other students to like just travel. Not the country I'd pick personally.
Yeah, brought his career to an end anyway, didn't it?
Do you not think? I get what you mean about not the country I'd pick, but do you not think it'd be like because I'd quite like to go to South Korea because I'm just like, you know, I think it'd be quite an interesting place. But then once you're there, do you not think you'd be like, I kind of want to see over the wall though? You know what I mean? Like,
Nope.
I've heard.
If you know what happens over the wall, why would you want to know?
I imagine you just look over the wall and there's just loads of like rats and barbed wire and shit.
No, apparently
Broken buildings.
Yeah, apparently I've seen videos of it, and like apparently there's whole streets in North Korea that are just like old film sets. Like there's just
like westerns.
Yeah.
It's like, it's like John Wayne over
it's
there.
just people having fucking showdowns in the middle of the street. But it's like the whole street is just like pictures of like shop fronts and stuff like that. You can't actually go into them.
They should start doing that in some UK towns. Like my town could probably do with that, to be honest.
Just fake buildings.
Yeah.
They do that in there's a house in Chelsea that's like that, isn't it? Have you seen that?
Is it?
So it's a street of houses, and one of them is only like a breeze block wide, right? But it's there just to cover the rail track that goes underneath, like behind it.
Oh, really?
It's like
Because they're so concerned about what the street fascia looks like.
Yeah.
They don't want.
It looks like a house.
That's
but
ridiculous.
It's all painted on, and it's just like literally the width of a breeze block.
That's ridiculous.
Mad, isn't it?
But yeah, this geezer that was in North Korea, it was something like he was staying in a hostel and he took a poster off the wall as a souvenir, and they claimed he was like they charged him of like espionage because he nicked this poster.
I don't know what they charged him with, but he basically went out drinking with these other students, and there's like 2 hours where he was like not with anyone, and then they got the grainiest CCTV footage of him taking the poster down. They can't actually guarantee it was him taking it down, but he was seen walking past that way in a previous shot on the CCTV. So they arrested him, never told his family or anything till like a month later, then like made him plead guilty with a story about how he took the poster down to put up in his church because it was like some sort of propaganda thing. But he was Jewish.
Yeah.
So there was no church.
That's
so
some mad student night out, though, isn't it? Really.
They made him do all of this, and then sentenced him to 5 years hard labour. And then there was a part 2 I never watched.
So I think if this is the same guy I'm thinking of, you might know this. It was so America was obviously trying to get him back for like a long time, and eventually North Korea was like, you can have him back. And they sent him over to America. But they got him off the plane, and the guy was like brain dead.
Yeah, it was a vegetable one.
Like he'd been in a coma for quite a while and was fully brain dead, and he died within days of being back in America. So their whole thing was like, oh, they've only given him back to America so that he wouldn't die on North Korean soil, because that would be an international
I think
relations
would they like
issue.
poisoning him or like torturing him or some shit?
No,
Probably a bit
I've
of both.
no idea.
Dharma-ing him, but effectively.
No idea what the what the post mortem was.
I'd have the answers.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
Probably on
but-
YouTube somewhere. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I think that was like they sent him back. He was done. Like died within days.
That is mad though, isn't it?
And then they literally just went, didn't die on how much.
Can you imagine going on like that's a mad student night out? Like normally most people go on a student night out and set the fire alarm off, overdose on MDMA, something like that. Whereas this guy comes back from North Korea like a fucking carrot.
Man saying I've just done a season 18 to 30s in Pyongyang, mate.
I was there 18 to 30 hours and then I came back dead.
At the pool party. You're just looking at what else we apparently talk about.
We've ticked off Korea and
travel, yeah.
Yeah. So we've got food.
Food.
Oh, you said orange earlier.
An orange.
Nailed it.
Yep.
Yeah, but what food? I had a Domino's again at the weekend.
You are obsessed with
I
Domino's,
fucking do,
man.
yeah. I feel like I knew I had a bad obsession with Domino's when I lived in Leeds, because once I ordered it in the middle of the night from the one in Headingley, and then I woke up next morning and I was like, fuck, I fell asleep when I've ordered a takeaway. There's no worse feeling, is there? Like from falling asleep and the takeaways obviously tried to be delivered. And then I rang Domino's up and they were like, mate, seeing as you're such a good customer, we'll let you come and have one and come and collect it. That's bad, innit?
Yeah,
when you know.
That's bad. That's proper fat boy moves.
It's a bit late night food though. It's obviously better to order a takeaway and then forget about it. I remember that once I came back from a night out when I was living in Birmingham and I was a bit hungry, but because I'd obviously just bought a house and that and whatever, I was trying to keep money like expenditure a little bit tighter and that was hard, man, because there was a McDonald's at the end of my street and all this shit. Yeah,
the end of your street. That's
well, if I went
golden,
out,
mate.
if I went out of the
Do you live in a
estate and
dustbin or something like that?
What a
down
dream.
there, yeah. But so obviously I'm trying to keep costs down and that. So I'm I'm hungry, but I'm not going to order anything. So I basically put a full dinner on, chicken in the oven and all sorts at fucking 2 to half 2 in the morning.
Really? What were stuffing, turkey?
I fell asleep on the sofa. And I don't know how the house weren't full of smoke or anything. I went into the kitchen and it had all this meal that I'd put in the oven was now shrunken down as a piece of charcoal, basically. I also had a mate who once got home, went to put a pizza in the oven and empty his pockets and stuff and put all the cash on the side, and he put his house keys, his phone, and a load of cash in the oven and just left the pizza on the side. Yeah, just got it.
The keys melt.
Just got it all wrong. Nah, keys did. The money burnt up.
So it's safer to get a takeaway, isn't it, really, than cook
100%.
yourself?
He's trying to cook drunk.
Well, unless
Yeah,
or just don't have a gas oven.
I feel like it's a uni thing, isn't it, where you cook when you come back because you want to save money or whatever.
You're never really cooking anything, though, are you?
No, oven, sticking stuff in the oven.
I refuse to use the oven. Even if it said oven, I'd put it in the microwave.
I haven't had a microwave for a few months now. It broke, and I've just never bothered to buy another one.
You don't really need one, do you?
I'm convinced it's just making me healthier, but I still eat just as shit. No, I eat more takeaway now. That's the honest. I should probably get a
Cheap to buy a
microwave.
microwave.
Yeah, 100%.
Everyone gets obsessed with air fryers now, don't they? I feel like they're the new thing that everyone gets to do.
My mate
My
will
mum's
say
got
he
one.
puts everything in the air fryer. Everything. He's like, do you know what? This pizza is better in the air fryer.
Yeah.
Everything's just in the air fryer.
My old man puts chicken wings in the air fryer and that.
Now that makes sense, but pizza, after, he's ordered it. The next day he puts it in the air fryer.
Just to heat it up.
Yeah.
Putting everything in there, my trainers are dirty, I'll just put them in the fucking air fryer.
Mate, it's a good investment. You know what I mean?
I've done that though. I've come home and decided to cook. That was a weird night actually. We went out to what's that Aussie bar called? Walkabout. And it was a bunch of us, probably 10 of us, right? And we're in Walkabout, and there's this guy.
I didn't know you had them down here. Or was this at uni?
No, this was down in London. Yeah.
I didn't know you had them down here.
It's gone now. It was on Finchley Road. And there was this guy with his girl, and we knew his girlfriend. A couple of my mates worked with her and whatever, so we're chatting to her, but he didn't like that. But he said something, right? And I've gone, there's only 3 of them. I'm gonna chat some shit here. So I've gone, fuck you, let's go outside, sort of thing. Yeah. So we've all gone outside. There was not 3 of them, boy.
Nope. them man appear like Russian dolls in them
Bro.
situations. They just fucking and you're nah.
Out of
I've been
nowhere,
there.
there was about 15, fucking 25 of them.
Blazing squad turned up at
Just
Walkabout.
out of nowhere. And I was driving that little red car.
Raj got in it to try and get away, and they just stopped it like Hancock.
They took the batteries out and it just stopped.
Picked it up and turned it back around.
And I must have filled that car up with. This is after 2 of our guys got battered. And the police had come. And I got about 6 people in that car and got them home. And I was like, all right. And I get back, and I'm house sitting at the time. I'm house sitting for my uncle. And I'm like, oh, like, what can I eat? Like, I'm not going to order. These times, Uber and that weren't as popular. Or takeaways weren't, you couldn't do it on your phone. You had to bell them or drive to them. And I was like, all right, I'll just cook something that's here. But this is like a 70-year-old Indian man. Do you know what I mean? So I go through his freezer and it's just like nothing. There's no smiley faces.
The cupboards have got all the ingredients to make the best meal you've ever tasted in your life. But Raj is looking at this like, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Yeah,
with
100.
all
I
of
looked at
this?
those spices like I was British. Like, what the fuck? do I
Indian
do
people,
with
That's,
this?
that's how I
Indian
look
people
at it.
like
to be
freeze
fair.
everything,
Just
though.
sprinkle it on.
Yeah,
Do you
but
like freeze milk and shit like that?
Yeah, we freeze milk. What's wrong with that?
What?
Bit
We
wild, though,
freeze
isn't it?
milk.
I know about like you man freeze like bare shit, but that's usually that the reason that was because like most of like my pals back in the day, like if they're Indian, like their parents would like bulk make something, obviously, innit, and then just portion it up and freeze it. You
Yeah,
just
like-
meal prepping.
I feel like they're
I
very
didn't know you
resourceful.
froze
aren't they?
milk.
Very resourceful Indian.
If you don't need to go off, you just get what is it, UHT milk, whatever it is.
No, but if I'm going on holiday for 2 weeks and I've got a fresh milk, I'll put it in the freezer.
Brother, that milk is £1.70.
It's like,
What's that got to
I
do
think
with-
it costs more to freeze it, to be honest.
the energy bill
The
is
energy
more.
bills now, you're like, yeah, this needs to be free. That milk was like £8 when you came
The
back.
freezer's still going to be on while I'm away.
So you defrost the milk when you get back.
Yeah. Bro, that's normal.
It's not normal.
Can somebody
Somebody-
comment as to whether this is normal?
Is
or
it
not,
normal
please?
to freeze milk if you ain't using it for a little while? 100% people are coming back with yes.
Yeah.
100%. If not, I'll do a forfeit.
It's more questions. It's just more questions about your yard, man. Honestly, we're gonna do an episode, but so don't hold me to this. We should do an episode, is what I'll
An
phrase
episode
it.
of Cribs.
I'm gonna
Should we do an episode of Cribs?
No, but I'm gonna do it hidden camera, bro.
I'll walk you around, bro. I ain't ashamed of that place. That is a banging yard. It's a good house.
But this is the
We got laminate flooring.
But this is my point. It's a nice house that you have contributed actively to destroy.
How? How?
Just zero maintenance.
I've forgotten flush the toilet again. You should be able to flush the toilet in
You know,
your
I did
yard.
that
bro.
again, man. I did that again. I cleared it all.
Yeah, that tracksuit was white when he bought it.
Cleared it all, and then... You know when you just flush a little bit and you want a little bit of water to come out? I fucking committed, didn't I? And it just...
Is that a thing?
No.
Like, you just... Boop, a little... You know, like, when you got a little... When you got like a little shit stain and you don't want to full flush, you pop, and a little bit of water comes out.
Okay.
I prefer to do
Has
like a
anyone
double...
else tried to piss their shit stains off as well?
100%, yeah.
Yeah, that's like standard. But I think what I go for is like a double flush. So you flush when you've deposited and then wipe after, because then the smell's already gone and you know that there's not going to be any issues when you're doing a full flush.
Okay.
But do you stand up to flush?
Do I stand up to flush?
You don't flush while you're still sat on the toilet.
I mean, it depends. It depends what type of flushing system it is. If it's
do
one on
you
the
get
side or...
splashback onto your ass?
No, not really.
When you flush.
No, he's flushing twice. So he's shitting, then flushing, and then wiping, and then flushing.
Yeah, but I stand up when I wipe anyway, so... Sometimes, well, it depends. I alternate.
What, like fully
But
up?
in doggy, you wipe your ass in doggy.
To be fair though,
Yeah, no, I do a handstand actually and put my legs to either side.
the one thing I will say that I've noticed every house I've ever lived in, every toilet seat is broken. And I know it's because
Yeah,
I just
'cause
do
you're
the
reaching
lean.
around, yeah.
I just do the lean to wipe, so then eventually the fucking toilet seat's like shifted off to the one side.
Yeah, there's no repairing that toilet seat, is there?
What you want to do is talk to your housemate and be like, which way do you lean?
And then I'll counter it.
And counter lean and then it's balanced out.
No, because then it would just be like that.
Yeah.
Nah, it won't.
I might just start shitting outdoors.
Yeah,
You
it's
know what I
just,
mean?
I'm
Just-
the opposite. I can't shit outdoors. I have to shit at home.
I've never tried.
Rascal's
Oh,
like,
then you just
which way
can't-
do you lean? Because I've just shat in the bin.
Yeah, yeah. So you're shit break from American Pie. You can't shit in. You can't shit in public.
Nah, yeah, I don't.
What about long flights and long journeys and that?
Do you know what? I can't
Because you do a lot of driving. How long was you were driving back from Manchester?
So I did London, Manchester, back to London.
4.5 hours back to London, was it? It was longer, weren't it?
I can't remember. But yeah, it was like, I think it was like 7.5 total.
And you're lactose intolerant.
Yeah.
That must be a nightmare
So I
for
went
you.
to Philadelphia fried chicken in Manchester.
For a shit.
Nah, banging chicken spot though.
Oh, okay.
But it was the night Man United beat Barcelona. And I'm just surrounded by Man United fans. And I've got a London accent. I'm bricking it.
Yeah, but most of them do as well if they're Man United fans.
Yeah.
Nah, this
Cockneys.
because this street I was on, it looked like ethnic mile. Do you know what I mean? It weren't. It was where ethnic people went to eat.
Okay. So that's why the food's decent, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
But it's banging, and yeah, I was shitting myself in there, and then yeah. Service stations are okay. They're quite well cleaned, aren't they?
Yeah,
What?
I've seen
What
some
service stations?
I've seen some horrors, bro.
You you go to urinal and it's like pube city on the urinal and
Yeah,
it
I've seen-
stinks just like piss. They're horrible.
Nah, they've leveled up.
Oh, I've not been to those.
When you do a lot of
service
driving, though,
stations.
you know what ones are the good ones.
But
Yeah,
also, I'm
yeah.
going at 4 a.m, so I'm not going at like busy time.
Yeah, maybe you just get it post clean
Maybe.
where they've
they have
they've
these-
cleaned it for the one time a day.
They have these plastic lids on top of the seat. I don't know
What,
they
toilet
do.
seats?
Yeah, they must hold the smell in or something.
What, as in
So there's
a
like
toilet
the
seat?
Then there's the seat cover. Then there's a plastic thing that goes on top.
Someone's doing some banging shit, aren't they? Like they're like someone's been in and just completely destroyed the place. They've been like, we need more protection.
I just
I
thought-
hate single drop tissue paper as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Single drop.
You know, like
When it's one sheet at a time.
Oh yeah, that's not.
But yeah, like often I'll come home, take a shit, and leave again. I'll just pit stop to my house to shit and leave.
Fair. Whatever makes you happy, to be
Yeah.
honest, yeah.
You can shit wherever you want, like
Yeah,
raggo.
pretty much, yeah.
The first Glastonbury. The first Glastonbury.
There's a shit in rags still. Yeah.
I did the whole festival without taking a shit.
Yeah, I fuck that.
Hey, I remember.
And it was horrible. Like when I had constipation so bad on the last day, I was taking Imodium and stuff like that because I was that anxious about not wanting to do it.
We did.
So it's a shit pause. That is.
I've got two stories about this actually. I remember last time we went to Reading Festival and we were already too old. We were like 24 and we were like, everyone here is 16. We can't do this. Me, Jerome, and Tyrone went to Reading, and we went to. I remember the first day we didn't shoot. Second day, hot as well. Like it was fucking boiling the whole weekend. You know the toilets in Reading that are like they're just the solid metal cubicles, mate. Just sheet metal cubicles with
Yeah.
a trough
The long
underneath.
drop.
It's fucking vile.
Yeah,
Got
yeah.
in there.
It's like being on a fucking farm, isn't it?
Yeah, horrid. Went
Who
in
cleans
there.
those? Or they like their
Fucking.
system?
I think
No
the self cleaning.
Yeah,
the
it's
shit
just-
cleans
it's just
up
a
the
big
shit.
septic
Yeah.
tank underneath, but
Yeah.
Oh, so
literally,
it is a system.
It's a
no
long
one has
drop,
to do
yeah,
it.
yeah. Just where they just pump it all out every so
Yeah.
often. The shit pumpers will come in,
okay.
pump all that shit out.
Are they around? I could do with them.
What, just plug you straight in? There you go.
But like, I remember I weren't that desperate in it, so I went into one. As soon as I opened that door, I just went, nah. Turned back around, but Jerome was like, nah, I need to go still, man. I'm really bad. My man went in there, locks the door behind him, but like he's committed in it. So me and Tyrone stood outside, but all you can hear the whole time he's shooting, he's just like he's proper like dry. He comes out, he's like, nah, I'm never doing that again. So then what we'd do is every morning we'd walk into Reading town centre go to the Weatherspoons for breakfast, and then we'd be like, oh, we'll have a shit in here, innit? But I think everybody else had realised that this was the system, because them toilets in Weatherspoons were rags, bruv. I remember the once I was in there, but obviously I was like hungover, tired, needed a shit. All the locks are broke on the toilet. I think they took all the locks off because people have been going in there doing drugs or whatever. So I'm sat in there just having a shit, and I can hear them chatting outside. And all I hear is them just go, nah, there's someone in there still. The door swings open. I didn't even make an effort to catch the door. This geezer just looked straight at me, and I'm just sat there like, yeah, bro.
It's just horrible.
Hey, dude, we're all in this together, big man. I don't know what to tell you.
They're all horrible, though, aren't they?
Horrid.
Like festival toilets. You go in there and it just looks like a filled nappy.
Yeah.
There's just shit everywhere.
The last day, they locked the toilets in Weatherspoons as well. I went, nah.
I don't know how you man do them festivals.
I just go in. I'll make sure I'm like, well, I smell nice. Yeah. And then I'll go in and I'll just go like that.
Yeah.
And then
What's you smelling nice got to do with that?
Because then you can't smell what's on the
right,
outside. Yeah, like protect myself.
Them videos that you see of like people like coming out of the portaloos at festivals and they've been in there shagging, I'm like, what? Are you mad?
Yeah.
Horny's horny, baby.
Nah.
No.
Also,
It's
back
rank.
the Imodium thing as well, I remember.
Well, hold on. If J-Lo come up to you and she was like, listen, porta potties right now. Over the trough.
So it's a fair point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're doing it, innit?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, for the bit, you know what I mean? But yeah, talking about Imodium, I remember being on holiday before. And me and my boy were both, I don't know what we ate. And all the booze didn't help either, but we both like had this shit's bad. And we're still there for a few more days. I remember seeing like a box of like Imodium in my suitcase or something when I was packing, and just thought I was just too lazy to take it out or something. So I'm like, oh, actually, I think I've got something for this. So I go into this suitcase, look at this box of like Boots own brand Imodium, but this stuff's like 3 years past the sell by date. So I'm like, it's probably not going to work. I'll back them off. I swear to God, I didn't shit for about 2 weeks, bro. Them things get more potent.
Yeah, that's not nice.
It's meant to just make it more solid again, but
yeah,
it's like a bear going into hibernation for about 2 weeks. I swear to God, uncomfortable.
I put all my pills together, so sometimes I don't even know.
Oh, what cocktail were you got?
Like, there'll just be a box, so it's easier to carry, innit?
A box? Like what?
How many pills? What are you taking pills for?
Have you got like ones with days of the week on?
Yeah, like an old diabetic.
Aspirin and paracetamol and
where's my prescription?
It's all just
What's the man said? I might have a headache and reach in and just go like a lucky dip. Oh, I hope this is an
I think I'll have a
ibuprofen,
headache
and then
on
you
Thursday,
rock
so
on.
I'm going to pack. Yeah, put that in the Thursday one. Aspirin on the Thursday, paracetamol on the Saturday.
This is not the
Xanax on the Sunday.
not the man to having an emergency.
What do you mean? No, they're still in the blister packs.
Oh,
They're
right.
all in one thing, innit? So like, I'm like, oh, what's that? Like, you know, sometimes they have weird names.
Oh, so you can. Well, yeah. So you're right. So it's not a problem then, because you can just read what the packaging
like-
says. All you've done is got rid of the box.
Yeah, but like, I wouldn't know what like omezapron is, for example.
Well, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, that's a fair point. But
Yeah.
but,
What is
but
omezapron?
equally, I
Oh,
imagine.
right. I was like, what is that? I'll give it a try.
But the ones with the fancy names are always like antibiotics for something. So at no point are you going to be like, oh, I've got a headache. I wonder what this
No, some are for
omezapron's
some
going
are
to
for
do.
heartburn. I've got some for heartburn.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Just keep them all together, and so I wonder I'm gonna get heartburn and have a boner, basically.
Okay. Well, that's exciting.
But it's a yellow pill, so that's an easy.
How many Viagra is it?
Fucking
Yeah,
hell.
they're all in the same spot.
They're in every single day. He
Yeah.
just wakes. He's like, I like to go to bed hard.
Do you
Yeah,
reckon, do you reckon Viagra was made for something else before? Did you already tell me what it was actually made for?
Yeah, it was. It was original. Basically, I remember reading. I'm going to get this wrong, but it was something to do with for people with heart problems, because it's a blood thinner to improve circulation, or it's you can take them. I did science at school as well. You can take them tablets.
What, like, to a high level?
Yeah, but it's not supposed to thin your blood out. It makes you.
Yeah, GCSE, mate. What about you?
Yeah.
Because we all did that.
I drew
What
a
are you
le-
bragging about?
I was
You
basically a
just said
chemical
I went to
engineer,
school.
mate. I'm picturing you there with your full fucking robe on, your glasses.
I checked out after photosynthesis, bro. I'm telling you. But it was originally meant to be one of them tablets, that makes your blood slippier, so that you get better circulation.
Oh, okay.
Stops it from clotting and stuff. That was what it's supposed to be invented for, I think, to thin your blood out for people with heart problems. Made them all rock hard. But then rather than going, no, back to the lab, they went, well, we'll keep that.
I love how you said
it made them hard in the wrong. Yeah.
Put
I
that
love
to
how
one
you said it
side.
makes the blood slippier. What?
That's genuinely
a technical
thing.
term, mate. That is.
You make the platelets slippier in your blood.
That's in
so
the
that
British Medical Journal.
So you
mate.
can slip in easier.
Yeah.
Oh,
Why was
we
it not
are
available?
trash.
Why was it not available over the counter for so long now? It's only recently, the last few years, that it's been available over the counter again, that anyone can buy. It was on prescription for ages, and I know this because a lad that I used to play football with used to have a Connect that he could just
You'd
and
always
then he'd
get the
sell it.
Comagra jellies, wouldn't you? And you get them some.
It's only recently that they've started actually selling Viagra over the
Maybe it's
counter.
just an epidemic of men with floppy dicks.
Yeah,
where the government's
true.
we've got to do something about it.
Maybe it's to counteract mental health because men weren't talking about it. And they were
Yeah, but now
getting
you even get
depressed.
adverts, don't you? Is it called New Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, the adverts that you see, they're always on between football games
Yeah.
at half time.
Are you bald and flaccid?
Yeah, you're bald and flaccid. That's 80% of the people that are watching football. Do you hate your wife? Get some fucking Viagra and shag some other bird.
Marketing for men is ridiculous, isn't it? When you look at adverts for stuff that is tailored towards women, the advertising a lot of the time is actually quite well done. It's basically just it uses words it's sleek and beautiful and men's marketing is just do you need this to do this? Buy this. And we're just all right then. Yeah, cool. I'll do it.
Do you know advert I used to fucking love? The window guy.
What?
You remember the window guy?
Which one?
You buy one,
Oh,
you
buy
get one,
you get one
You
free.
buy
Was it? Who was it? It was
And
the
he was
guy
just
out of
throwing
fucking Coro.
windows
wasn't it? Yeah.
Booting double glazing
You
over.
buy one, you get one free.
Yeah, he was
Buy
sick.
one, you get one free. Yeah.
You
What
had
was
him.
it? What was this? Some kind of glazing company? Wasn't
Safe
it?
Star UK.
Safe Star UK.
Safe Star
Buy one,
UK.
you get one free.
You had the
Who was
silly
it?
bang done it. It was the same thing. They reminded me of them American adverts that you'll see. The guy that's got the super sticky tape, and he's this can seal anything, and then he just fires a Desert Eagle through a tin of water, and then just sticks the tape over.
That was
it.
the other one,
Done, and you're fuck, I'll buy that then.
What was
Fair
the Ron Seal one? It does what it says on the tin.
Yeah,
That was the other
it
one.
was genius. You had the Don Auto Glass guy. You know what I mean? Little jingles.
Yeah.
When he's just comes out, fixes your windscreen, and then just sings a fun little jingle and fucks off. You know what I mean? Advertising's
That's
lazy
what
now.
advertising for men is just music and being very straight and
It's
direct
wild
with
now,
what you
innit?
need.
It's so deep.
There's one thing I will say though about I think especially because of what we do, because obviously you do stand, you write jokes, you do stand up and whatever, but then you'll also get jobs come up for writing different things, and you'll get write this for this advert or write a joke for this or whatever. So when you listen to an advert on the radio and it's dog shit, or an advert on TV and it's terrible.
Yeah, I'm
But
thinking
you
I
can-
probably wrote that.
But you can tell that someone's written a joke for it. I always just sit there someone got paid for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone got paid to write that.
Yeah, but you get
And
paid
probably
for loads
paid
for
quite
adverts
well.
anyway, don't
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
Just you think the amount of effort that you actually put in and the amount of time that you're actually going to be seen on screen. No one's ever going to remember it really, unless it's if it's a really good advert, you probably get more work off the back of it. If it's a bad advert,
No, but
you
can't,
get
innit?
paid.
You can't. What you mean writing wise?
No, if you're in an advert.
No, you can't. You can't be. When you do an advert, they ask what's the last advert you did, because you can't be in.
You were Autoglass in 1996.
Yeah, but
you can't be
it's
on Autoglass and then be on
selling Kit
Asda,
Kats.
the next advert. Do you know
Really?
what I mean? They won't let it happen.
No. Also, all right.
So you have a niche.
Would you? People do though. People do. The best gig to get is the Donny who does the Old Spice adverts, isn't it?
You think-
'Cause my man's just there every few months, new Old Spice.
I think it's
advert,
Go
same
Compare,
gigs.
man. He's done pretty fucking
Oh
well
yeah,
out
he's
of it.
cleaned up. To be fair, yeah. How much money?
That's my fucking nut in that guy.
How much money would you need
Go
to be
Compare.
paid?
Yeah,
What, the opera singer?
he does my fucking nut.
Yeah, it's
Does it?
annoying as fuck. Yeah, but you remember it, innit? That's the whole point. How much money would you need? Yeah.
Yeah.
if let's say, all right, so what's the most embarrassing thing that you could be the face of advert wise? So let's say like New Man came to you and
probably
like,
said New
we
Man,
need
yeah.
you to be the face of flaccid dick pills.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool because that's repairable. I'd do that 100.
You get like a lifetime subscription as well, wouldn't you?
That is true.
I think I'd hate to be like the face of.
Male incontinence pants. So like grown men's adult nappies.
Yeah, something like that.
Have you seen those ones that
They do them in vending machines in like service stations.
Have you seen
though.
like the Tampax ones where they've? I don't know whether they're for. I guess they're for incontinence where you just put them in your boxes and yeah.
It's basically like a sanitary pad, but
Yeah.
for-
But
you'd wear that.
I
if
think
you
I
was a
need
man.
one of those, to be honest. I don't shake properly, so I just end up pissing myself all the time.
But they sell them in service stations as well for like long distance drivers and that.
Shake properly.
Well, sometimes you just don't, do you? You'll like have a piss and then you'll be out in a rush or something.
I jump sometimes.
That's excessive.
Nah.
It's not that big, mate.
With your tracksuit bottoms around your ankles like a 3-year-old.
Yeah, he's like, I jump and then I swing it round a few times.
Just on my tiptoes.
Yeah, but you're always bouncing on your tiptoes.
Yeah, exactly. I got restless legs.
This man's got calves for days, man. All right.
I got good calves.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Is that the trick then, just to jump around a little bit? So next time I'm at the urinal, I'll just start jumping around and someone will think I'm fucking mental.
Yeah, just give it a little jig. Only three jumps.
3 jigs.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, if you shake it for too long, it looks a bit weird. But all right, so male incontinence pants. Yeah. Do you think you'd be able to get away with it because you'd be like, well, I'm a comedian, so I just thought it'd be funny?
No.
Or do you
But I wouldn't be the face of that, right? It's not believable. I'm a young man.
You could have issues.
Yeah, but I'm not going to be the market. I'm not going to be the market for that, am I, sir? Okay. I'd hate to be the face of any sort of like STD clinic or. Do you know what I mean?
Too late.
Like, I got checked out. You can too. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
now
yeah.
I know I've got gonorrhea. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be bleak.
Clap if you've got clap.
Do you remember the adverts back in the day though, when it was like I think was it adverts for like I want to say Durex like sponsored it, but it was an advert that was like go get tested, and it was the advert where like people would be like getting back to their place after a night out, and then they'd like show the clip of them pulling their jeans off, and they'd have their pants on, and it'd just go gonorrhea.
Yeah, I remember that.
Herpes.
Oh yeah, that was a bad advert.
And then they'd be
that.
like, you never know what someone could have. Get tested, stay protected. But it was such a horrible image of like just someone pulling their jeans down and just gonorrhea.
You think some people still do that as role play?
Yeah,
You'll
and
be in the bed with your missus, you'll be like, gonorrhea.
And the whispering was unnecessary as well. That just made it worse.
I think
Do you
maybe
think if you like, do you think if you were chatting to a girl and it's going really well, and like you're ready to take the plunge and get serious, but she says, "Listen, I know we've been using a Johnny this whole time, but just to let you know, I've got dormant herpes."
it throws a question up, doesn't it? It never goes away.
Would you cut it off, or would you roll with it?
Is this a dilemma that you're facing in your life, or
No,
It should have been raised sooner. Would be my point.
it is. It's right before you get serious.
Yeah, but I don't know. Because you don't. It depends, and it depends how much you like the person at this point, and because realistically, like it is a thing of while it is dormant, it's not an issue. When there's a flare up, it's give me a week, isn't it?
yeah?
You know what I
think
mean?
if
You slap
it's
some
been
cream.
I don't know how
disclosed,
herpes works, Joe.
I probably wouldn't cut if I was already at the point where I was like, nah, I reckon I'll get with this person. I think I'd just be like, well, you know what? There's going to be times where they're like, I've got a cream up still. Like we're gonna have to give it. All right, fine.
I don't think. It's
I
that
don't
bad.
think so.
You'd carry on rocking and rolling.
I think so. Yeah.
Why?
What if it was AIDS managed? Can't be passed on, can it?
That one.
Managed AIDS.
That one.
Sorry, I've got AIDS, but it's unmanaged.
Nah, that one. 100% wouldn't. 100% wouldn't cut. Nah. I know a couple people who've got it like
You wouldn't cut.
treated. Yeah. Mate,
Stick around.
The medicine now is so mad.
Yeah, but it's
My mate did an article on it as well as like a journalist for the BBC, and he did an article when like PrEP was first made like available.
Did an article as a journalist as opposed to an article as a skateboarder, yeah?
Yeah.
Fucking wanker.
Oh, sorry.
The thing is, though,
I could have just been like, my mate did an article on this, and it's just he's got a fucking blog on Bieber. Like it's his actual job, but it's like it's literally like it's so advanced now.
Yeah, but the thing is though, as well, like it's not like that person wanted to get it, is it? So like
That doesn't mean you have to stick around.
Yeah, but I think
I know, but surely, like, if you like someone, then you just
Yeah.
stick
Don't
around
take it out
anyway.
of me. I'm just asking the questions, man.
Yeah, well, they're coming straight back at you because the reason is like I also think that if it were me, I think I'd understand if the other person was like it'd knock you a bit, but I'd understand if the person was like, nah, actually, I'm dipping, because it's a lot for someone to take on.
Yeah,
But
if you've been
it's
upfront
gonna
about
take
it,
2 minutes of research for you to go, oh yeah, actually, to be fair, like yeah, it is now managed and untraceable, and it's not going to get passed on. So Raj, if you had been beaten for a bit, and then they said, oh, just to let you know, I've got dormant herpes, are you off? Are you cutting?
No, I think most people have dormant herpes these days. If they're
I don't know if that's
it's quite a popular one.
is it. Quite a
Anyone
popular
that's
one.
had
It's had a resurgence.
Anyone that's had a cold sore is herpes.
I've
It's
never had
dormant
one.
herpes.
I've never had cold sore.
I used to get them at
You've had
school.
fucking gonorrhea, but you've never had a cold sore.
Yeah, that's an advert for how ungenerous I am on all this.
Can you imagine?
And also, no, I'm not riddled with gonorrhea, Raj.
Yeah, one time though.
No,
What?
no, I've never had gonorrhea.
Oh,
That's an aggressive one, isn't it? Raj just outing himself in the corner. He's like, Mum, and the look on his face, and was like, oh, just,
Yeah, he looks
just
like
me.
the type of guy that's
Just
had
me.
gonorrhea.
me?
Rude.
No, that's what you.
Rude. So you'd stick around for the herpes. That's good of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
AIDS as well. Yeah, cool. If I like them, yeah.
You know,
He's there for
AIDS and
the AIDS.
HIV are different things.
Oh, what's HIV then?
HIV is the in.
See, I don't know this stuff because I'm always protected
Okay, so you get
by the Lord.
you can catch HIV as the infection. AIDS is what it becomes.
Okay.
AIDS is the autoimmune deficiency thing. That's
Fine, gotcha.
so it's like HIV breaks your immune system down to the point
No, I'd
where
stick
you
around.
get AIDS.
I'll stick around. I had a mate. We went out on a night out, and he got with this girl who also went to my school as well. Went back to hers. I'm driving us, and she's now jumped in the car. He's like, listen, I'm just gonna run in, beat it, bounce. And I
Okay,
was like,
efficient.
bro, be careful. Like, have you got Johnny? And he's like, nah. He's like, I'll be careful. And I'm like, bruv, she carries her test results around with her.
It's quite good actually. It's
From her
quite forward
sexual health
thinking.
test. She had it in her bag to be like, no, you can bareback me, it's cool.
That's wild.
That's quite
How
like.
bad is that?
That would make me,
Well,
as stupid as it sounds, that would make me want to beat it less, though. Because I'd be like, this is too efficient a process.
Well, what would you rather get? Like, if you did do bit, but what would you rather get? An STI or a girl pregnant?
STI. What sort of
100%.
question is that?
100%.
So I mean, so it could be worse, couldn't it?
Do you know what's mad? That CSA shit is mad, you know?
Yeah.
They'll come to your employer and take the piece. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Good.
Mate, my mate,
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, but... Yeah, no, I get it. But they're not taking into account that man's other...
families.
Yeah.
No, but his other outgoings or whatever. He might be looking after elderly people.
Well, he should have looked after his outgoings in the first place.
So what
Mistakes
you've
happen,
done there, a bit
bro.
of wordplay, okay.
Mistakes happen.
I think, you know what?
Yeah, but you have to pay for them, don't you?
Yeah, but like that money could be used for. Do you know what I mean? Like. to
Yeah, but
lose
some
a
people
chunk
pay
of your
fuck all
wage.
anyway, don't they? So like,
No, it's a percentage of your wage.
yeah, but a lot of people just fudge it, don't they? Like, let's be fair.
How? If they go to your employer. They
Yeah,
find
but
out.
if like a lot of people will go, oh, I'm actually like, oh, I'm self-employed and I earn this much money, or there's ways around it.
Yeah, I get that, but
I think Chappelle raised an interesting premise when he was talking about it, and when he was saying like when he was talking about like the abortion rallies and stuff in America, and he was like, I think any woman should have the choice to do whatever she wants with her body. It is your body, your choice. But he was like, but if a man gets you pregnant and then says, I don't want a kid, then you decide to keep it, he should be allowed to choose whether he pays for it or not, because he's told you
It's an interesting way to look at it.
It's an interesting premise that you raise. It's not simple in the slightest. But it's an interesting premise that's raised. And that's obviously coming from 3 straight men sat in a room thinking, if that time ever comes, I'd rather not have to pay for something that I don't want. But
yeah, I think if it happened and I was single and I got someone pregnant, I think you just live with it.
You just pay.
I'd pay for it.
Yeah, I'd pay, but I mean...
Don't expect me to stay in your life, you know what I mean? I'll stay in the
What?
kid.
What if they became a global superstar? You coming out the woodwork?
You'd be go to the paper and be like, oh, I want to reconnect.
No,
Hey, stranger.
I meant their life as in
Long
like...
time.
I meant their life as in like the mum. Like if it's not a thing like that, I'm like, I'll pay for the kid and I'll see my kid, but this don't mean that like me and you are getting married and doing whatever. You know what I mean?
Because she's got gonorrhea.
Well, I'd have seen a test result first. You know?
Yeah, in a purse.
Get them out of the bag. I remember the mad thing about you being like, oh, my boy met this girl and he went and beat it and cut. I remember back in Birmingham, my mate.
Beat it and cut is so aggressive.
It is mad, isn't it? Yeah. What was it?
Leave the edge of running.
What was the old tune? Who was it that sang that? Because I tooted and booted. Do you remember that? Do you remember that song? Banger. Might have been Soldier Boy, I don't know.
Soldier Boy.
Yeah, my boy that once he meets his bird.
No, Soldier Boy was...
Kiss me through the phone.
Well, yeah.
Soldier Boy tell him and all that. I'm going to look this up now while I'm telling this story. Anyway, my mate met this girl on Broad Street.
On Broad Street?
Toot It and Boot It, YG, early YG tune.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, on Broad Street in Birmingham, meets this girl. And he's chatting to her and he's like, oh, she's fire, blah, blah, blah. She's mad fit, blah, blah. And she weren't bad, to be fair. But I remember talking to a few of the other lads, started talking to her mates. And they were just fully like, yeah, she's a gypsy at the time. Obviously, call them travellers now. Yeah. But at the time, they were called gypsies. So they said...
I don't think that's how
they said,
can you do that? Like?
This was like 13 years ago, bro. And they said verbatim,
they identified
she's a
as gypsies at the time.
Yeah, said she is a gypsy. And we just went, okay. So we went and let him know.
So they must have all been travellers.
But they don't... They don't see it as an issue. That's their community. So they're just openly like, yeah, that's who we are. So we went and told my boy, we're like, you do know, like you are aware. And he's just like, yeah, they said, but I think they're joking. I'm like, okay, then cool. So my man goes back to hers, comes to football the next day. My man was like, no, we went back to a caravan. And apparently the caravan next door was like her parents. And he's in this caravan with her. And outside the parents' caravan, there was a pet fox chained to like a stick in the ground, and my mum was like, no, it was funny, like I went there and it was like, you know, in Snatch when they go to buy the caravan, that's how he described it. Yeah. He was like, yeah.
Bro, you know, as soon as I see the caravan, I'm out.
Yeah, no chance.
Fuck.
No chance.
It's a setup in my head.
They're fucking funny though, man. I remember my mate used to run this
till
pub.
they're not.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My mate used to run this pub and I remember we're in there. And I know it sounds like the cliche, but it was genuine. Like they'd all turned up in like uniform, like they were all in blue jeans, like white wife beater vest tucked into it, and they were all going into the
loafers. Always loafers.
Yeah, and you'd go into the men's toilet to go for a piss, and they're all in a line in front of the mirror, running their comb underneath the fucking tap and slicking their hair back and that. It's like they'd all come as like a tribute act for travellers, basically. But fucking that night we were fucking wasted. They were just in there, just like, we'll get the drinks here. I said to my mate, I looked at my watch, I was like, this place is meant to shut at 2. He goes, mate, we're staying open until they leave. It's like they're spending so much money. And we're telling this lot to leave. Yeah. Next day, we're driving to football, and there's a field down the road from the pub where we were drinking. And it's literally like hours later. Like we shouldn't have been driving to football. It was them times. They're already up. They've set up half a fun fair, bruv. Like these men have been drinking all night, gone straight out, setting up a fun fair that kids are going to be getting on the
those rides. Yeah,
kids are going to be getting on the waltzes and that. And these men have had no sleep. They're about 20 pints deep. These men are entrepreneurs.
Yeah, I don't think safety is like the number one priority at travelling fair, is it?
Though.
Serious?
I see it at least one when I'm walking past the Louis Vuitton store in there, just buying bare shit.
Cash rich, man. They turned up at the pub at the park.
It's like scrap metal and stuff.
Yeah. They turned up at the park near where my mum lived. Bless you. They turned up at the park near where my mum lived, and
that hurt my eye.
Yeah, well, we're all falling apart this week. This was recorded that week in Feb when the cold snap hit. If anyone wants to date stamp the episode. But yeah, I remember they turned up at the party where my mum lived, and they were literally there for like one night. They'd been bouncing around all the parks in the area. So the second they turned up at this one, the council turned up and just went, you just need to cut, man. You need to get out. And they just went, all right, no bother, we'll leave. The next day, they're gone already. And the council are like, we are very proud of how quickly we turned that around. About 2 days later, local newspaper, all the lead has been stripped off the church roof in the park. They needed one night. And I was just sat there and I was just kind of like, that's impressive more than anything.
Yeah, they don't fuck about,
efficient. And they come take all the tyres off the like showrooms.
Yeah.
Copper out of buildings. Like, that's smashing,
just smart.
Bro.
Just smart, man.
Everyone needs converters now.
Yeah, everyone needs a trade.
Yeah, they do. This is just destruction.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I think
reacquisition.
They're harming the big man, right? Really, because everything they take is insured.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
they're not harming the little guy.
Well, no. I don't know, because then inadvertently it comes back to, if more things get stolen, then insurance prices go up in general, and then you're either going to pay that via a tax, or you're going to pay that via your own personal outgoings for.
Listen, Jason, we were trying to support the traveller community, and you're
coming. Yeah, I'm just staying economics. I'm just preaching economics here.
Trying not to get killed.
You're coming across very Tory here, Jason.
I'm
Jason's
sorry.
a bit Tory though.
I'm
not really.
Sounds it a bit though.
I'll say I'm just neither, to be honest.
Lib Dems.
I don't even
know. Politics on there.
Nah, but we've just covered off Korea for the travelling community.
We didn't finish off on what type of
trends as well. Jason just covered off insurance market trends for that as well.
For anyone, yeah.
What's on that top right corner?
TV. Our picture's on that TV, so we've covered that.
And what's next to TV?
Are you blind, bruv? How hard did you just sneeze?
The angle.
Music.
And sport over there, yeah.
I've spoken about I've spoken about Toot It and Boot It by YG.
Yeah.
So it's all relevant, mate. It's all relevant.
Comedy. I mean, you guys are tuning in for that. You know what I mean? Say no more.
Bottom right. What's that say?
Mental health.
Oh, cool. Nailed it.
Yeah.
Man.
We've all got
movies.
Mental health.
We haven't covered off movies, and that's it. Then
I watched a movie yesterday.
Yeah. What'd you watch?
The Pale Blue Eye.
Not. What the fuck's that?
It's on Netflix. Christian Bale.
Oh, I've heard not good things about this. Is this the?
So my mate was in it. I say mate very loosely because I ain't spoke to him in a long time.
Is this the one about Edgar Allan Poe?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's who my mate plays.
Is it?
Yeah. I went to school with him, and he was Dudley in Harry Potter as well.
Oh my man! Yeah.
So he used to get bullied quite bad in school.
What, for being Dudley?
Yeah, pretty much.
Come on.
Mean, innit? So I was his guardian angel, I like to call it. So he's just with me for like 3 years, sat next to me in every lesson to make sure he didn't get bullied.
I had a kid like that.
And he just got bullied more.
Yeah.
Nah, of course not, man. I was like that. I just got on with everyone. I was all right, you know. If I said I'll stop that, man, they'd be like, all right, fuck yes.
But they literally just bullied him for being Dudley in Harry Potter.
Yeah, like
bullied him for being popular.
Yeah,
essentially.
bullied him for making good career moves as a child.
That was always the case, though, wasn't it? I can remember in my school, like when someone was like a dancer, and like a guy in my year was a sick dancer, and he just got bullied to fuck because
he would have got bullied.
He was a sick,
which is ironic because everyone would have bullied him because they'd be like, "Oh, you do dancing." That's a bit
and then
soft.
later on,
everyone would have watched fucking like Step Up or whatever and thought it was.
I was going to say Billy Elliot.
But then later on in life, like
really
you're like,
Billy.
oh my god, I wish I could dance. So it's like one of them minutes where you,
Can you dance?
Can I fuck?
Got any moves?
I mean,
you definitely
apart from a two-step.
You used to pop in it.
You reckon I used to go to the parties and body pop in the corner?
You used to give it all it is. I reckon you was that guy, the white guy. The white guys at the party.
Or like
breakdancing.
breakdancing.
Give it all it is.
Nah.
Or like hip-hop dancing.
You was just two-step in the corner.
Yeah. The two-steps.
It's like
you
Magic
can't go
Mike,
wrong
this
with
guy.
a two-step. You can't go wrong with a two-step.
No, you can't, but I reckon you did a lot. I reckon you...
There used to be this
I
guy.
reckon you overcompensated for whiteness.
There used to be this guy. Move your mic down a little bit, Raj. I've just clocked. There used to be this guy.
Shit.
And he used to go to the bashment club that we used to go to on a Saturday.
You used to go Bashment Club every Saturday?
Yeah. And this guy, he looked...
How many times did you fake tan in your life?
What, you asking if I did blackface to get into the party? What?
No, I'm asking you how much you tried to be mixed race.
I've never faked
You
tan.
just owned it.
Yeah. Other than that year 9 when I got korma. I came back from Turkey, a korma and beads and that.
Shut up.
Nah, I'm joking. Imagine came back like D.
No, you did. You saw my reaction.
Nah,
and you
I
were
never
like,
did. Never did. Can you imagine? I came back like D-Bex from holiday with
No,
a
you
sarong.
definitely did.
korma.
I imagine you'd be like James Franco in
Yeah, with the grills.
Spring Breakers.
Have you ever done it?
No.
Have you ever?
No.
I have.
Yeah, I know you have, but that's a bit different.
Did I show you it?
No, but I remember you telling me.
I'm going to show you right now.
But yeah, there was this geezer who used to come to this club and he used to look like Rick James, man. This guy. And he always used to wear like this bright red, like Eddie Murphy-esque, like alligator skin jumpsuit, and he'd just stand on the stage. That's fine, actually.
That's
I was
alright. That looks
expecting- I was
decent. You probably should
expecting
get
way
that done
worse.
now.
That looks like Drake's one at the minute with the owl.
Yeah, except this was 2016. So
Look, he did it before Drake,
fuck
alright?
Drake.
Okay.
Drake who, mate?
I think it suited me a lot, but I don't know if it's cultural appropriation now.
I don't think it is.
I don't think. You know, I was about to say I don't think it is either, and then I thought we're probably not the people.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm not a speaking authority on this matter, but I think you're all right.
because equally,
Because I'm ethnic.
Yeah, like,
What have you seen
I
that?
imagine. Just say it's braid. I don't know what do you call it. Braids, cornrows. Who gives a fuck?
yeah, and Indians are famous for getting cornrows. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm sure some Indian in the past has had cornrows. Like some, I don't know. Jay Sean, he must have had cornrows at some point.
I don't recall Jay Sean with cornrows. No.
You know.
You see, like you're Sean Paul.
Jay Sean?
Yeah.
Well, he's Indian.
Yeah, but do you consider him like your Sean Paul?
People like Jay Sean really piss me off, man.
Why? Bed was a good tune.
Bed?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
It just went, I'ma put you in a bed over and over again, pretty much.
That weren't his song.
That was Jay Sean.
No, it weren't.
It was.
That was Marcus Eustace, wasn't it?
You're thinking of a different
It
tune.
was-
I'm gonna put you to bed.
That's Jay Sean.
Jay Sean was
No, that's
baby,
Jay
don't
Holiday,
worry.
bro. That's Jay Holiday.
Baby, are you down, down, down,
That's Jay
down,
Sean.
down?
I'm back on.
Bed. I'm put you to bed, bed, bed. That was Jay Holiday.
No, maybe it was, yeah. Right. No, I'm going to keep looking. Okay, continue. though.
He's like, he will not be
Continue, though.
denied.
Continue, though.
But yeah, what other really?
I was
what-
thinking of Stay. I want you to stay.
It's the same song, yeah?
No, it goes, man.
No, Jay Sean, because he not only sang, but he gave up like being a doctor.
Yeah.
That's such like a rag. It's not even like a rags to riches story.
No, but
It's-
you sound like your dad right now.
Yeah, that's the point though. When my dad heard that, he was like,
Gave being a doctor.
I
What
bet this dickhead
scumbag?
doesn't even freeze milk. I bet he's a fucking fraud.
listen, freezing milk is
Jay
very
Sean
normal.
buys his milk just straight. Mate,
Freezing milk is normal.
Jay Sean does it. Jay Sean pours milk down the fucking
Yeah.
sink, mate. He doesn't give a
Is
fuck.
it normal to freeze milk? Can you freeze milk? Yes.
I mean, yes, we know you
Good
can freeze
Housekeeping is the website, actually.
Okay. All right. Fair
it.
enough.
It's housekeeping up there. I don't.
Nah, we'll add it up. Cost of living, we'll put
Cost
that
of
up
living
there.
crisis. We'll put that on there.
Yeah.
You can freeze.
What were you
I
saying
freeze
about-
bread as well.
Yeah, freezing bread's a bit more normal.
Yeah,
There's literally an
not bread.
option
I
on the
freeze,
toaster
like,
for
bagels
defrosting.
and shit
so-
like that, but not bread. I don't really have bread in the house that much anymore.
This is the title for today's episode, I reckon. It's just Jason is a Tory. And it's,
Yeah.
it's gonna be you going,
Tory scum.
Actually, travellers are having a very serious effect on the economy. What's that? You freeze bread, you fucking pauper. And we'll clip all that up and we'll put it out.
Yeah, do it, mate. Destroy me.
Yeah. In your Uniqlo t-shirt as well. £60. Just buy
Is that how
sweatshop
much
clothes,
it
man.
is?
40.
Mate, is it fuck? It's like 20 quid. This guy's dripped up.
Dripped up! Drippy Dre.
You've got a Nike sponsorship this week.
Every week. Everything I wear is Nike.
Exactly. It's got a
Apart from
branding deal.
Yeezys, and I can't wear them because I don't have any Adidas to wear it with. So
I was,
I started GoFundMe.
I was raising this question to my mate the other day. Like, do people still care about if you wear like?
Yes, Nike and Adidas together.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh, really? I'd do that to the gym.
But I'm wearing an Adidas hoodie and New Balance trainers at the minute.
Mine are just
That's fine.
constantly.
It's just those two brands.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Right, what? Mine is constantly at war, Nike and Adidas. Like, I go to the gym.
But
I'm
you're
like,
not a fashionista.
I have genuinely never worn my Air Force Ones with this hoodie. it's always been in the back of my mind of like, you can't do it.
Can't do it.
I probably wouldn't do it out, but it's just somewhere like the gym.
Yeah,
Who gives
around
a
your
fuck?
house is fine. Like,
Yeah. Like, I
Raj
would
ain't
never
going to
wear
turn up, spur of the moment, and inspect your working from home attire.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't do it out. Like, yeah, I wouldn't. But that's just
So you wouldn't wear Nike and Adidas together out?
no.
I call it out.
But I didn't know it was a thing.
That's because whenever you go out, you only ever go out in your Union Jack 3-piece suit.
Yeah, that's it. With my Doc Martens on, ready to crack some skulls.
like the little skinhead kid from This Is England in the corner shop.
The Boz-eyed one out of fucking This Is a 1980 fucking 3 or whatever it's called.
Do you ever wear just?
Oh, This Is England. That's what it's called, isn't it?
Do you ever just wear?
This is 1983.
I mean, it was.
Do you ever just wear a tracksuit?
Yeah, I've got like Adidas tracksuits.
Okay.
picture it.
Okay, then, Lady Sovereign. All right.
Yeah. The Adi colour ones. Yeah, I got 3 of them.
Ah, mate, you know what? I was talking to my boy about this the other week. Remember, like,
I'll wear one next week.
Yeah, we'll all wear one. We'll all wear a tracksuit.
You can all borrow. Yeah, you can all borrow
I've
my
run out of
tracksuit.
tracksuits.
I'll lend you one. Yeah, you remember, like, what were your favourite trainers when you were a teenager? Because I was saying to my
Air
mate,
Force 2s.
is it? Because I was saying to my mate the other week, I was like, I only used to wear Adidas trainers when I was a kid, and I've not bought a pair of Adidas trainers in as long as I can remember. But when I was a kid, it was Superstars or Adi colours, basically. You remember the ones when you could change the colours in the stripes and that? Them Adi colour Superstars. They're the only trainers I'd wear when I was a kid. But I haven't.
K-Swiss.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was going to say the tongue twisters.
There was the tongue
twisters.
twisters and the things you could move up and down the side.
Yeah, I had the tongue twisters. They were like
It was gimmick on
such
gimmick
a fad
back in the
in it,
day,
really,
weren't
like-
it? Absolute gimmick.
But I had a pair. Yeah.
I used to cut up in the Addy colours. I used to cut the strips up individually so that you could have each colour in them and stuff like that. I remember this guy that he used to hang around by us. I always had a theory because obviously like Birmingham's like very multicultural, and it was certain areas are a bit sticky on the old race relations. But them areas, they're the areas that love a reggae night down the local working men's club, you know what I mean? And I used to know this kid. We were all like, apparently, I think the football team were dropping into this reggae night before going uptown. And this kid sends a picture to the group chat. He goes, do you reckon I should wear these to the reggae night? But he was being deadly serious. They're like a pair of Adidas trainers, but they're in like the Jamaica flag colours. And Tyrone saw the picture and he like messaged me separately, and he zoomed into all different parts of it. He's like, they've got dust on them. Like, these shoes have never been worn out. And my man's gone, reggae night, is it?
Yeah,
I've got the
this is the
perfect
time.
shoe for that.
Let this shoe fit the occasion.
The universal decision was fucking absolutely, mate. Crack them out.
So wait, this place was in a white neighbourhood.
Yeah, like a white working men's club. But you gotta
And
think,
they had a reggae night.
can't think, man, we had UB40. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or the old dole paperwork.
Yeah. Birmingham love fucking the old doll paperwork.
That's what it is, isn't it? UB40.
Yeah. We had
Did you know that?
that's what they were named after,
Named
UB40.
after the dole.
Oh,
The form
really?
you used to have
Okay.
to fill out to be on the
Yeah,
doll.
yeah.
But yeah, we had UB40, so like reggae was like massive in
And you had Madness from Birmingham.
Madness. Nah, Madness are Cockneys. We had
Oh, they're-
Slade,
Slade.
Is
Wizard,
that the Christmas song?
Black. Yeah.
How's it go?
Slade's is Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It is, isn't it?
Everyone.
It's Christmas. So it's fine. Merry Christmas.
No, it's So here it is, Merry Christmas. That's Slade.
Is Wizard the other one then? Because that was the other thing with they were both from Birmingham. Anyway, this is
No, Merry
yeah.
Christmas, everyone's Paul McCartney, isn't it?
No, it's Shaking Stevens.
Oh, yeah,
It's
you're right,
white
yeah,
boy
yeah.
tunes again.
He's completely. We'll cut that for the Christmas episode next year.
Yeah.
This year.
but
Shit, this year, yeah.
But yeah, reggae was
Reggae
sizable.
sauce, yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't from Birmingham either. No. Yeah.
But you're a fan of reggae sauce?
Never had it, you know.
I tried it once.
He had a restaurant in East,
Is it?
Stratford Westfield.
He killed it, man.
I don't know if it's still there.
Do you man watch The Apprentice?
Not anymore.
I'd say this is the first season I've watched it in about 10 years. Fuck me, they're awful. They're horrendous. It's like they're actively picking the worst people ever to make it more entertaining. Like, there's a woman on there, and like, she's actually one of the better ones, but she runs like 4 beauty salons in her area. And then in one of the tasks, they're like, has anyone here like got experience of running numbers in a business? And she's just like, no, I don't do that. They're
She
like,
might
but
not,
you,
though.
but you own a business. Have you got an accountant? And she went, no. Like, I do the numbers for my business. And they're like, what? So you can do them for this then? No, I wouldn't know how. They're like, but you do. You just said you do them for your. They're all clueless.
Do you think you'd be all right on The Apprentice?
I auditioned for The Apprentice once.
Shut up.
I got through like the whole first day. Yeah. So basically, when you audition, it was about maybe 7 years ago or something like that. So when you audition, they do like stages, and at every stage of like the day, like after the first stage, they'll kick you off. Yeah, they'll go, you people go in that room, you people go in that room.
Yeah, that happened to me once.
Yeah, and I got through like the whole day to the last bit, but then they just didn't take me to like the final.
Turned up for an interview, got sent for random searches. Is that what you're saying?
No, that was my job to search other people.
Was it?
And they like do that stage shit, and you never know if you're gonna get through or not. And they're like, "You're going home," and I'm like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
God, sorry.
Yeah, so like that's what they were doing, and each stage was like the first bit was where you'd kind of have an interview. Second bit is where they'd like kind of screen test you. Third bit is like where you've kind of pitch a business idea, and then the like last bit was like you'd be on camera, like you'd have the camera facing you, like right in your face, and
Do it now.
And also, what was your?
they'd be firing questions at you like spell fucking entrepreneur.
All right, go on. Look at the camera.
Oh, imagine! I want to be on The Apprentice. All right, then spell entrepreneur.
Look at
Yeah,
the camera.
sure.
Look at the camera. I'm gonna interview you. Look at the camera. I'm gonna interview you. Spell important.
IMPORANT.
What?
See what I mean?
Important.
It's
spelled
hard.
it wrong.
It's
Yeah,
hard.
but on this series, then they've gone, you've got the job.
Yeah, you got the
It's
job. You're
like
wrong.
What is the capital of Ghana? Look at the camera. You're on TV.
What is the capital of Ghana?
You just said drip down to my man, so you know, are you for the culture or not? I got family in the capital of Ghana, so this is disrespectful.
George Weah.
One, he's Liberian.
Is he actually Liberian?
Yeah,
Mate, he's like the
He's the
president, of Liberia now.
yeah. Oh,
Swear to God, he's the president of Liberia.
Mad.
My man's doing big things now in politics.
Man City player.
Yeah, and he's just doing keepy-ups.
What is the capital of Ghana?
Accra.
Accra.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do you want more questions?
No, I'm good.
What
I
was-
never asked for them.
I have got a question. What? So you said you had to pitch business ideas. To
Yeah.
them. Can you remember what you
Yeah,
pitched?
mine was like that's where my day fell apart.
Shit, he spelled entrepreneur wrong. We've got to let him through to the next stage.
I didn't spell entrepreneur right.
So we get to-
Can you spell entrepreneur? Spell it.
I don't think I can. I'd need to write it. Yeah.
I had a good go, but it's spelled.
Can you?
It's ENTREPENEU.
It's spelled weird. It's on Trentpreneur,
Oh, that's
basically. So it's
ridiculous.
like a weird spelling anyway. And they're
You
like,
did nothing there apart from saying
Yeah.
it slower.
yeah, but
Can I have it in a sentence, please?
yeah, 2 vowels, 3 consonants.
So all right, so you've got through that stage, and then they
Yeah.
go, right then, so stage 3 of the process, what we want you to do is you're in the boardroom, and Lord Sugar's just called you through. We want you to pitch a business idea to
I'll
us,
be
Jason.
Lord
Yeah, so I went in.
I'll be Karen Brady.
All right. Jason Tasker.
Yeah, hi everyone. Yeah, I've got this
Sorry,
really.
there was no follow-up question there. Why? I haven't asked you the question yet.
Yeah, you are right, Lord Sugar, actually. This guy's thick as pig shit.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's speaking.
Yeah, but I've got a really good business idea.
Yeah.
that
Sorry,
we need to
we're
hear.
not talking to you
What
yet,
is this? Is
Jason.
this The Apprentice or Dragon's Den?
This is a profit task.
Jason, do you have a business idea for us?
Yeah, I do. I've got this really, really great idea. Like, do you know how people have to wear goggles on building sites to protect their eyes? I'm going to make some really good goggles to protect their eyes.
Well, I can buy goggles from down the fucking market, you mag.
Yeah, but these ones are going to be
thought
like
I was-
Oh,
irreplaceable.
sorry, you're Lord Sugar. You got to be Karen Brady now. Sorry, you got a yes
West
and
Ham.
it's improv. I saw her the other day at Sloane Square Station.
What, West Ham?
No,
What's
I
her
saw
name?
Karen Brady.
She owns West Ham, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did.
Sorry,
but that's
goggles.
where my day fell apart. Basically,
Was that
I
your
realised they're like, okay, no, the thought to their idea, the idea itself was pretty good. It was when they're like, okay, how do you scale this up? What are the? And I didn't even do
What
that because
was
I
your
didn't think I was going to
idea?
get to that stage. It was that was my idea.
What, goggles, that's already a thing.
Were
No,
you
but
told
it wasn't
beforehand as well? That were you told to
good
prep for this?
goggles?
What's good goggles?
Like glasses, like safety glasses, basically.
So trendy goggles is what you were saying.
No, like safety glasses that would be like a pair of sunglasses.
So it's
where
like
you
he's
would
back
actually
in there, innit?
use them
Under the
every day.
microscope.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? This is a good idea, Joe.
And how much would you
price?
market them at? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's where it fell apart. I was like, I don't know, like 30 quid. How much would they cost to make? Have you done some research on manufacturing? I was like, no.
But it's like you said, it's like, this isn't Dragon's Den. Like, Duncan Ballantyne just comes in and goes, no, I'm out. This
Yeah,
is
but they were
fucking
like,
Why did you
that
not
was
make
with the
a
series producer and someone else. It was like, that was like towards the end of the day. But the series that I was on, one of the women who I spent the whole day with going through that process,
Got on.
she actually did really, really well. And she's ended up being like quite well known off the back of it. She had like a kid with a person on that series.
Oh, is it that
Was it Asian woman?
Louisa?
No, her name's
Seasman?
Michaela. She's got like ginger hair, but she was good.
They do
Like
fuck
when you were
a
going
lot,
throw the
innit?
day, you were like,
You could just see, like, oh,
you could
you
see.
actually,
I was like, she's got something.
you're actually
like,
an entrepreneur,
Yeah,
whereas
yeah, like-
I'm just.
You seem really important.
Yeah.
mate, there was some absolute cocks there. Though she was actually one of the
What do
alright
you
people.
reckon she was thinking of you? When
Mate.
you've gone. What about goggles?
Goggles.
No, actually, the
Goggles
The opener's
in
the best
construction.
one. The opener's the best one. Lord Sugar, you ever had a goggles?
Mate, this is
Why
how
would I do
fuck-
goggles?
mate, this is
But
how
new
fucking
goggles.
Better.
deluded I was at the time. Like they were like, okay, who's your idol? And I was like, Conor McGregor.
Fucking hell. Name a businessman, bro. You're on a
I was
business
like,
show.
I know business.
You said Conor
Fucking hell.
McGregor.
Yeah.
Why?
Because he was just smashing it at the time, and I was like,
In the
yeah,
business world.
in the business world, this guy makes money.
All right, what about now? Who would you say now?
I don't know, right? Who is the best?
Because you can't go in
You'd
there and
probably
say
say
Alan
Elon-
Sugar, right? Everyone's going to say Alan
Richard
Sugar.
Branson.
He's a bit of an. I think
say
he's
Piers Morgan
Epstein the
just the one.
second.
Is he?
I don't know, Richard Branson.
I don't think.
Yes.
That's what-
We're back onto the subject
I don't
of
think he's-
nonsense.
Oh, no,
Get it on the
nonsense.
board.
Get it-
Apparently, Richard Branson's a nonce, is
I
it?
reckon he won't have an island. He'll just have a
Okay
fucking spaceship, won't he? Like a Nancy
Okay.
spaceship.
No wonder he wants to get
He
a
does
space.
have an island.
Yeah, but he'll have a Nancy spaceship as well.
Because he was on Cribs, remember, on his island.
Yeah, it's got an
Yeah,
island.
he's a bit of a freak, and he likes to be fair. But anyway,
Leave him alone.
why?
He's a self-made millionaire. What have you done? Made fancy goggles.
I could have been. Do you know what I mean?
Patent pending 7
it's a
years
story
later.
of what could have been.
I'd love to be the guy that in the patent office looking at his idea.
What are your
for goggles
takeaways from the
going,
day?
The
Like
fuck?
Conor McGregor and fucking wanky
Different-
goggles.
All he's
What
done.
was different about your goggles to normal goggles?
You know what it
Like,
is?
you've never been on a building site, have you? Clearly.
I'm going to assume you said I'm swaggy and that's why.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. I was paying attention to your
Christmas.
flawless
Yes.
outfit.
But I know goggles, right? I did science.
Yeah, we
so,
all
like,
did
they're the ones
science,
that
all
you-
to a high level.
Do you know, like, the
'Cause
ones
all
that
you're
you-
saying right now is you went to school, bruv. That's all you're saying.
Yeah, I did A levels actually.
Is it?
Yeah, do you know the
Yeah.
ones that you wear
I
in
did.
Yeah.
science
The
class?
spell.
Spell science.
Oh, what, legit?
Look, I did science, not English.
So what was different about your goggles?
Yeah, so do you know the ones that you normally get the kind of see-through that you wear in science, basically?
As opposed
you
to
wear on a
goggles you
building.
can't see through on site.
Yeah.
Sunglasses.
You know the ones you can
Yeah, like-
see through.
No,
Do you
no.
want glasses or sunglasses?
No, but you want things like chip protection and like anti-glare and shit like that.
You know goggles, Lord Sugar. I've heard of them. Have you ever heard of goggles you can
I tell you what,
see through?
I'm glad you pair weren't in the fucking meeting room here. I would have chinned you both.
So goggles you can see out of.
Yeah. Can you imagine if I did say that? Yeah, I've got this really great pitch. Like goggles you can see out of. Night vision goggles. Yeah.
What you should have invented was hard hats with strings that have the goggles attached to it.
That's been invented now, I think.
Oh, that's better than goggles.
Yeah, but
But you could have made a better version of that.
no, but the worst thing is
Like
like what
see-through hard hats.
what I actually did
So you
suggest.
can still show your hair if you want.
Yeah. Okay. Keep talking. Keep talking. I'm
Like
listening.
see-through Air Force Ones. So you can
I've
have
seen
different
them.
colour socks and then you don't need to change your...
I've seen them.
You
Yeah.
got different colour trainers.
No, I've seen
Okay.
them.
Why don't you make see-through trainers?
Because you don't wear trainers on a building site.
Fuck a building site.
What?
What?
Okay.
It's the show all about building sites.
See-through Air Force Ones with a steel toe cap in the end.
That would have been a good sales pitch.
Yeah. It's always after the fact, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
always after
No, we
when
can
it comes
apply
to you.
again.
Yeah, you could do. Nah, they're definitely remembering the geezer that turned up and said, "You ever had a see-through goggles?"
Mate,
I reckon you're in the
He's
intro
got-
video.
it
like,
shows how
don't
bad
do
the
this.
standard was that I made it to the end of the day.
His picture's still in the production office.
Yeah, goggles.
How old were you?
Like 23 maybe or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Maybe a little bit older.
just come out of uni.
Yeah.
Big dreams, big ambitions.
So I mean,
This is his life. This is his life's work through
it's
uni.
like, and the apprentice music's just playing in the background. I just turned up with my fucking briefcase. They're like, don't know why you've got that, mate.
So many sleepless nights at the whiteboard. I've got it.
In
What
the
episode of Dragon's Den I was watching, right? And this guy went, he goes, yeah, I'm car doctor was the name of the business, yeah?
Okay.
Car doctor. How much does he want? 150 grand or something for 15%.
Did they have your car in it?
No. And they go,
Sorry, we can't cure this.
they go, what'd you do? They're like, oh,
This car's got double aids.
what do you do, right? We if you've got a problem with your car, you call us and we'll tell you what's wrong with the car.
Your car's wank. There you go.
And then
What, over the phone?
oh yeah, hold on.
Hello, what's my car?
And then Duncan's like, all right, let's role play it, yeah? So he's like, calls in, he goes, hello, yeah, my third cylinder's misfiring. And the guy's like, whoa, you know too much already. Like, how would you know that? You've already spoke to someone. He's like, no, I know what the problem is. And he goes, okay, what I tell you to do there is go to the mechanic.
And how much would he charge for that?
Hold on. And then Deborah was like, so you're just going to send them somewhere else? And so his whole thing was a call centre that told people to just go to a garage.
Okay,
And that was it.
I'm in. So,
So let's do a call now, Raj. I ring you up and I get it's like ring, and then I'm like,
Hello? Is that the goggle factory?
stop calling this number. Them production meetings are fucking weird though. Like genuinely, when I was telling you a story about like meeting the production lot for Love Island, it is genuinely like first question.
Oh, yeah.
Who's your celebrity crush? And I genuinely said to them, I don't know, I'm not 12. But they were like hands down, like we want an answer. And they explained.
Who would you say now?
I think I said Rita Ora at the time.
That's wild.
Yeah, I think
Would
that's
you
who, I
say?
think that's who I went
J-Lo.
with. Yeah, but it was just on the spot. I was panicking.
Yeah, because she's like the most natural, I think. Do you not think? She's like natural, quite natural.
Okay. I also told her I don't think she's that.
I don't think she's that natural.
I got Jason's goggles on.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fucking beer
I got
goggles,
to feel her face
The
like
rose-
Stevie Wonder.
the rose tinted goggles.
Yeah, there was loads of it though, and then I felt really uncomfortable as well because one of the producers was like this Indian girl, and they kept asking me like what my type was, and obviously I'd been living in Birmingham for years, and I was like I like Indian girls, and then I think she definitely thought I was just saying that to try and press her, but I was like no, I just wanted to leave the room. I felt so uncomfortable.
Oh God,
It's horrible, fucking horrible. But it does show why they get them kind of people that are on there. Like they just ask brain dead questions. Yeah.
Would you do it now if you got the chance? If they said, do you know what, skip everything, you're going Love Island, would you go?
I'm too old now. And like back then as well, like this was like back in the day when like I used to like play football, like go to the gym all the time. Like I weren't in bad shape either. So I'd have still gone on there and been smaller than like all the other big hench Donnies that are on there.
yeah, you would have had
But
to
it-
get some serious tannage.
Yeah,
on the
but
go,
like
wouldn't you?
it wouldn't have been like if I went on there now, like next to all these men that have been doing like extensive 6-month training regimes,
Yeah.
they'd be like, what go on for this Donny that's just turned up in the corner. I'd get introduced as like the new bombshell, and they'd
Yeah.
they'd think I was one of the best.
You'd have to be like the funny guy, wouldn't you? Basically, that's the
so,
only way.
so I wouldn't get anyone. Zero jokes, man. Yeah, I wouldn't do
I
it.
don't think they'd get the jokes anyway if you were there to deliver them.
Nah. It's
They'd
all
go
about-
over their heads
all
pretty
about,
much,
all about
wouldn't it?
context.
Unless you like did like made up a rap or something like that. That's usually what it gets to, isn't it? On programs.
You know what it is? The chat as well. Like whenever I've like idly tuned into Love Island, I couldn't deal with like just the level of dead chat. You know, like when
I
just
think
say,
it makes you dumber. Actually,
100%. If you think someone's attractive, yeah, and if you're in the villa, everyone's got their own slang in it. If someone walks in and you're sat round the fucking pool, and you're like, oh mate, you seen that new bird that's come in? Like, yeah, man, I think she's fit, man. Like, she's definitely my type. Like, she's fit. I might speak to her later on, innit? Normal conversation, but
Tell her about my business idea.
Yeah. So one of these days. But then,
But this idea, right?
I got big dreams, man. Stick with me. but no, you'd be in the pool, you know, testing them.
What, just come out of the pool?
Good goggles.
Jason
goggles.
comes out of the pool and his bird's like, can I pull you for a chat, Jason? No, they're leaking. I need to go back to the drawing board. I ain't got time
Fuck's
for
sake, this is the 5th prototype.
Hold on, sorry, before you carry on, did you design any goggles?
No.
Oh. Why were you on this show?
I wasn't on the fucking show, I was auditioning.
But why?
Just for something to do, innit?
Okay. Sorry, carry on, Joe.
So, yeah. So that's a normal conversation to have, and it to be like, yeah, like she's my type. Like, I think she's fit. I'll go speak to her later, whatever. But the way that these men talk, it'd be like, yeah, now obviously, like I wanted to pull you for a check. Because obviously, look at you, you're like a fucking spicy little rocket, ain't you? You know what I mean, babes? And I'm just like, where the fuck did you dig these people?
Do you
out?
think they've fed lines?
They do. It is manufactured heavily.
Surely it must be.
Because when I got asked to go on it, I think they'd already had one person kill themselves. Like, and so they were very conscious of like they would said I'd about to go through like a full mental health screening to make sure that like I wasn't gonna.
Yeah, so you definitely would have made it.
Nah.
They're like, what do you do in your spare time? Comedy? Like, no. Okay.
They saw the way I crumbled under one question. They're like, this man is not fit for this.
Did you see anyone on the show that you met in the auditions?
No, but the day I was there was really fucking awkward because we walked into this room and like every man in there was like about 6'4", built like a brick shit house, and every one of them, it was like, so like, what do you do? All of them were like, I'm a personal trainer. Or I think one of them was like a dancer in the West End or something. Just big hench cunts, yeah. But I weren't even doing comedy at the time. I've walked in, like, what do you do? I said, I just work in insurance, bro. They're like, okay, fair enough. And there was a woman there called Charlotte, her name was. And she was the one that I'd met in IB for that had then told me to go. And we're in this room. She starts chatting to me, like, how was the rest of your holiday? Blah, blah, blah. She said, you're the first one that's got to go in. You have to fill out these forms.
You're the first one in?
Yeah, she goes, I've already filled your form out for you. And all this lot are looking like, why are these like so chatty, so pally and whatever? And then she goes to a few of the other ones. She goes, so what made you all apply? And this guy just went, I didn't apply. You met me in Ibiza. And she went, oh, did I? And literally one by one, they all just went, yeah, and me. And it was so awkward because there was all these big hench. And they are like Love Island, big hench, handsome cunts. You know what I mean? And they're already looking at me like, who is this little fucking geezer that's like rolled in? And now they're looking like, why does she know his name? Why has she filled his form out? Why is they... I think all I had to do was go into that room and not shit the bed.
And you shut the bed.
And I went in there, I shut the bed, and then was just like, I don't want to do this.
You shut the bed, picked it up, threw it in the faces. And
yeah. And the worst thing was, they still rang me. And they were like, what are you saying then? And I just went, nah, I think I'm...
Oh, they wanted you?
And then they asked me to do the first winter series as well. The first like January one that they did the other year. But
I thought you might have developed a personality.
Yeah, and I went, nah, I'm too old.
Yeah, well, let's just leave him for a bit. He might have
let it marinate.
Grown a personality.
Yeah, it had only got worse because I'd started doing comedy by that point. Self-confidence was through the fucking floor.
I
mate.
can't get over these goggles still, man. That's fucking me up. That is.
Yeah, I want you. Can you for next week's episode? Can you like put together a full business plan and we'll watch it on the screen?
Yeah, okay.
I think that'd be quite
I think
fun.
I've still got the business. You had to send them a business plan.
So you had a
okay. So you had already thought it all through because it very much sounds like you made it up on the spot.
No, I thought it through. There was more to it.
What was your opening line?
How many
I
slides?
can't fucking remember.
How many slides?
No, I think I'm.
It's on the back of a fucking napkin.
Yeah, it was on the back of a cigarette packet, back of a fag packet. No, I think you had to send it.
Have you done a presentation today, Jason? These things sell themselves, Bab. Don't worry about that.
No, I think it was more like you filled out like a Word document, and that was like one section of it, basically. Okay. So I just filled out the Word document. Then when I was in there, they're like, "Oh, okay. Have you got like fucking financials to back it up?" I was like, "I don't know what I'm fucking doing."
My man's financials were. There's 100 lads on the building site and they all need to wear goggles. That's 100 sales there, Bab. You do the maths. But they've already got goggles.
Yeah.
Jason,
What was your,
I was like, I wish I auditions for Love Island now.
what was your angle with already established goggle companies.
Yeah, I'd done that research and shit. They didn't have a product like I was. Man, I feel like I'm trying to pitch it again now.
No, but
You are.
what made you? I still don't understand what makes your product different. They were sunglasses.
No, they weren't. They were like reinforced goggles,
Oh,
essentially.
like super strong.
Like strong, so they won't break. Like when you wear goggles on building sites every day, they just get break. They
They
scratch
do. Yeah.
really easy. So they were ones that you would like actually keep for more than like a couple of weeks.
I've got
the
the
ones that you'd actually look after.
I've got the big.
Like you would
I've got
do
the
with a
big.
normal pair of sunglasses, like a pair of Ray-Bans or.
I've got the big question coming up now. Okay.
Right.
You had a brand name for it, yeah. What was the brand name?
It was. Let me guess it's right. It was On Site. So it's like ONSITE.
Okay.
So
on site, yeah.
So it was a bit of
witty.
play on words. Yeah.
Oh, you mean SIGHT?
No, but I can't remember which way I
That's
did it
smart.
round.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, oh, I rate that.
Yeah, I can't remember. I think I might have done it that way round. I can't
I hope
remember.
you fucking did.
Yeah.
I'd buy that.
I'll try and I'll see if I can find what I did for
Imagine
it.
though, he goes,
I think it was on my old laptop. Though.
who's your hero? Conor McGregor. What's your brand name? On site. You can leave these on for the scrap, big man. They double up as a shiv.
Man, I should have just pitched it as like some sustainable bullshit. I probably would have fucking won.
Yeah, if you'd have made them out of bamboo, I reckon you'd have been straight.
Yeah,
on
made
there
them
at
out
this
of
point.
bamboo and like one child is fucking saved for every
One of the
pair
arms of the
sold.
goggles is a reusable
Yeah,
straw. You got to
plant
think about
a-
these things, man.
Yeah, plant a fucking tree.
Just
for every pair sold.
Photoshop a picture of them onto Greta. She wears them.
Yeah,
she wears. Get me on. Get me on.
Some goggles.
Should have
on
been
it.
8 years old at the time.
Yeah.
Would have been weird.
These are autism goggles.
I was about to look at the time. I was about to look at the time and go, oh, and it was a slow start, but this episode got quite good. And now we're going to have to hope the studio loses the files.
Oh my god.
I think that is about time that we wrapped up, isn't it?
Probably.
We've gone well over here.
Did we have a would you rather?
No, we
Would
didn't,
you
mate.
rather go on Love Island or The Apprentice?
Apprentice.
Why?
I'm not backing my shirt off on ITV.
Yeah, I think.
I don't do it in fucking own paper. I do it on ITV.
Yeah. You'd like coming and be like, is this guy here to clean the pool?
Hey, it's Juan.
You come in with one of those fucking things like.
I reckon you'd do quite well in there. I don't not
Tell me why.
because this is why. Let's figure out the nice way of wording this.
Oh,
I
I mean, you meant to say that in your head.
No, because because I used to watch it like a few years ago. There was always someone who'd like go in there and like they wouldn't do that well at the start because all the ones that go in at the start are fucking they're dead behind the eyes, bro. You know what I mean? It's just Instagram models and that's it. You know what I mean? Fitness influencers, a lot of them. They got nothing to talk about. Nothing. There's something that happens in most series that I remember where I think there reaches a point where they've reached like peak boredom, terminal boredom, and then they throw somebody in who's completely different. Like, it ain't one of them big Roy Dead Donnies or whatever. It's somebody who actually comes in. They've got a personality. They've got a bit about them. And all of a sudden, they just kill it. Because everyone in there is there like, I'm going to hang around with this geezer because this geezer's fucking funny.
Yeah.
Like, he's actually got shit to chat about. All the lads will be like, yeah, this guy's cool, man. He can chill with us. All the birds will come in. They'll be like, oh, so Tom's been doing this and upsetting me. What should I do? And you'll be like, come here, man. You come tell me about your problems, whatever. And then you become like their shoulder to cry on. And then eventually, the woman will come in and they'll be like, I like the look of Raj. I like him. I think he's funny. I think he's great. I like his hair.
You've got the backing as well of everyone else in there.
Everyone in there will be like, he's great as well. He's great.
It's like a popularity contest.
And
isn't
then she'd be like, you know what? I'm falling in love with Raj. I'm falling in love. And then Casa Amor would come. And Raj would get a Casa Amor and he'd fuck it all.
You like it? Caught kissing on the daybed, all sorts. He's like, I swear I didn't shag her.
So I reckon you'd be all right. I reckon you'd have a good plot line.
Yeah, probably not. I don't think I'd survive too long on that show.
Mate, I'd rather just, I don't know, like, at least Love Island, I say you get a free holiday, I'd probably last about 16 hours. I'd be one of them that went in, like, in Casa Amor and, like, no one monitored, and then they just sacked me off at the end of it.
2 minutes of airtime.
Yeah, get 2 minutes of airtime, and they're like, yeah, no one actually liked you.
Boo-hoo, don't even want you.
Yeah, you're selling car air fresheners, bro,
Yeah.
on Instagram for a week. I think your issue is you'd get bored too quick.
Yeah, I think I would. Also, not a big fan of too much heat. That's too hot for me.
Yeah,
it
you'd be
does look
sweating
a lot.
wouldn't you?
Every now and then you'll get someone on there who's like my kind of pale. You know what I mean? And they just look in pain every episode. So
Yeah,
every
yeah.
episode they're getting a bit redder.
You
a
need
bit
to
more
get some base
uncomfortable.
tan there, so you wouldn't get the
To get the old titty up and you know what I mean? It's too,
Yeah, give it a wipe.
yeah, it's too hot for me.
yeah,
now.
it would be.
I would struggle in there, I think, because I think it would. It'd be mind numbing.
Yeah, that'd be the biggest thing for me.
I'd do Big Brother, and I would do Big Brother, and I'd do. I can't think of the other one.
I'm a
What?
celeb.
Nah,
What TV program were you on?
Tipping point.
Tipping Point. Yeah.
that's a game show, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'd do that.
Why do you think Big Brother would be less mind-numbing than Love Island, though? Because when you...
Because there's a mix of people. It's not all about the aim of the game isn't to fall in love.
Yeah,
and
but other than the...
form fake relationships. See, I think someone would latch onto me thinking, "Oh, the public would love me for going for this."
That's what they do.
I think you do
Yeah.
well in Big Brother.
I'd go on Big Brother.
But
if
other
it
than
weren't on
the-
Channel 5.
Other than the days when they've got the tasks, that is a fair
that's
point,
big,
actually.
Big red flag.
Other than the days when they've got the tasks, you're still gonna have a lot of it where you just sat around having the same
boring.
conversations over and over
taking
again.
pictures. And
I'd be like, remember like the first series when was it Craig and all he used to do was just like sleep all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much what I'd do. I
he
think.
won.
I know. That's perfect, isn't it? Just sleep, and then the time that you are awake, you can actually be a little bit more interesting rather than being awake all that time and then running out of things to talk about.
Yeah.
He was smart.
Do you not have an opinion
That's
on
why
Big
I ended up
Brother
being a
after,
builder on. What was he on after? He was on like a daytime TV show. It was like The Handyman,
He had a
wasn't it?
banging TV career after Big Brother.
And then he was on Bo Selector for a bit.
Yeah,
What's he doing now?
I think he's just like a personality, like a TV personality, you know. Probably just as cameo videos, I imagine.
No one would know him now, though, would they?
Probably not. It's quite a long time ago.
Even our generation was like touch and go.
Yeah.
What
Like
about you?
first season.
You'd rather go on The Apprentice then? I reckon you'd prefer to go on Love Island.
Yeah, I probably prefer to go on Love Island, but like thinking of it logically. But then again, Apprentice, I'll probably last a couple of weeks.
I don't see how you can get a lucrative career out of Love Island anymore. It just feels like it's just a washed concept.
I don't see how you can get
Saturated,
it.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
I don't see how you can get it out of The Apprentice either, though, to be fair. If you
I
want
don't-
fame, then you go on Love
I
Island.
don't think you
wouldn't
do any more out of The
You're
Apprentice.
competing with people on Instagram that look like they've been on Love Island as well.
Yeah.
That's why it's a bit of a problem, I think.
I think I'd rather go on The Apprentice. I think it'd be more fun. You know, like just like getting a challenge every week, and
Yeah.
I'd make a complete cunt of myself. Like,
Yeah,
I
rather than the
would.
challenge be like you have to cover yourself in cream and then someone
Yeah.
like comes and licks it off.
Everyone, quick! Do your favorite sex position for a shot. It's like, what?
And it's
am
like
I
being on
Malia?
1830s holiday,
Where's
isn't
that?
it?
What's that show?
Love, that's The Apprentice.
And what
in the
kind of girls do
boardroom.
you get? What kind of girls do you get in Malia?
Not birds that have been
Not
on
the
Love
fat pussy
Island.
girl.
Nah, not in Malia. That's
4
Iron
weeks on the
Appa.
trot, fat pussy girl.
Yeah, and it weren't even me this time.
Say it, go on.
I'm trying to rebrand. Nah, I'd go on The Apprentice a bit of laugh, man. I'd make a fucking fool of myself, though.
I think I'd be all right.
Yeah, you say that, but you're not allowed like a phone, are you? You're not allowed to look anything up. So all the information that you know has got to be in your fucking head.
I would create events night.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I'm saying
you
like
don't get the choice.
you'd had so much conflict in your head, like, oh, is that right? Is that like? And then you listen to some other guy who's a fucking imbecile as well, and then do what they do, and then fuck it up.
And knowing how TV works, so look at one of the challenges on this season was like you got a day to make a lunchbox for kids that are aged 6 to 8. So they get put in the car and sent off to like a design company to design this lunchbox. Okay, now you've got to design a character for an app that goes with it as well. So then they've got to do that. But these men were making like rapping caterpillars and stuff, and they were all like, 2-year-olds will love it, but 6 to 8-year-olds, they ain't getting on board with that. 6 to 8-year-olds want to be treated like young adults, and they every one of them
Young adult.
Yeah, but like
6-year-old.
yeah, but they were just like they
Just dress it up as a vape.
Yeah, but they were like they don't want to be treated like kids. You know what I mean? They're like they're because they're different to us when we were kids. They're like these men are just out here playing Fortnite all the time and shit. You know what I mean? Like they've got the internet. Like they don't want your dead thing.
Yeah,
but you got to
What
think
would you
like.
do?
I was watching it thinking, I don't know what I'd have done different. So I think
You'd have a rapping caterpillar.
Nah, they're probably like.
what was the caterpillar called?
Can't remember.
All right, listen. Fuck that. What would you do if you were in his position and you had to pitch a business? What would be your business?
I was hoping you'd ask this, right? You ever how often a day do you need to write something down?
3 maybe.
Yeah, 3 times a day. How about you, Jason? How often do you have to write something down?
Mate,
It's
you're
your
not
pitch.
you're not doing the Wolf of Wall Street pitch to me.
No, how often do you have to write something down?
3 times.
Okay.
That was my answer.
And you know when you know
3.5.
the environment, obviously, like people are worried about the environment now. So let's say you got a piece of paper and you write something down, but you make a mistake. Yeah, well, you write that down in pen. Like you got to throw that paper out now, but that's waste. You know what I mean? Like, so what if you could have a writing device where you could erase
What, a
your
pencil?
mistakes afterwards?
Are you selling me a pencil?
Okay,
Are you selling me an iPad?
Okay, but imagine, the eraser, you got to buy them separately. What if it came
No, you can get pencils
together?
with the eraser on the top.
Oh, okay. Well, you can also get goggles that you can see through. So I just thought that was the game we were playing. You know what I mean?
Are
I'm
you selling
sorry.
are you selling pencils?
You want one or not?
I knew you were doing the Wolf of Wall Street pitch to me.
Were you actually selling me a pencil? Then?
I ain't got a business idea.
You
Can't you think of
fucking
one?
jazzed that up.
You must. You
Yeah,
must have one.
well, that's how I assume he delivered it. I don't assume he turned
I
up and
wanna
just
take-
slapped a pair
See,
of
it's harder
goggles
than
on
it
the
looks,
table.
guys.
I want
Yeah.
to take an event around the country at all the really white areas, and it's curry and karaoke, and I'm going to call it karaoke.
Okay.
That's my business
Can you do
idea.
any tune, or are they going to do like?
Yeah, just any tune.
I reckon you should make him like only be able to do like Bollywood tunes.
Nah, because they're not going to understand it.
Yeah, but it don't matter. It gives them a go. It gives them an insight into the culture.
No,
That's what I think you should do.
No, they can do.
Well, then
any
I'm out.
tune.
I'm not investing.
Come on, man.
I was with you for a bit.
All right, okay. I'm coming into this venue, and how much am I paying to get in?
It says £15 for the curry.
£15. What do I get?
Curry, pint, or soft drink, or one single spirit, and a night of karaoke.
And
Okay.
what kind of karaoke? Am I singing it in a booth? Am I singing it to an audience? What's
You're singing
happening?
it to everyone in the room.
Everyone. How many
Yeah.
people are in this room?
I'm anticipating around 100 and 150 people.
150 people. So you're going to sing live karaoke in front of 150 people
Yeah.
after you've had a curry.
Yeah.
And how many people?
You would just shit yourself.
And what are the costs? What are that you're anticipating for food and drink
So the cost
per head?
the
Raj was just thinking about himself then. He was
Yeah.
like, well, actually, I want to...
Well, my order usually comes in at this. So per head.
the drinks will be handled by the pub
Okay.
at the venue. We'll take a percentage of the bar.
Okay.
And food, we're anticipating 150 plates costing about £4 a plate.
Okay. So there's a £9 profit margin there.
Plus,
Venue hire.
no, the venue, they get the bar, so the venue hire is free.
Okay. Have you spoken to any venues about?
Yeah, all of them.
Okay.
They
Yeah.
would agree.
Okay.
What branding are you going to use? What's the logo going to look like?
It's going to be a curry pot
Yeah.
with a microphone and a spoon. Hey, I was doing well off the top of my head.
That's quite
pretty
good.
good.
I quite like the
That's
curry
pretty
with the
good.
microphone on it. That was...
The spoon is a microphone.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's quite a good
You're
idea.
through to the next round.
Yeah. You
Spell karaoke.
That
Spell
really struggled with
karaoke.
karaoke. K-A-R-A-O-K-E? That right?
Give him the job. Give him the job.
I knew it was a weird A. in
Yeah,
the
you got the
middle.
contract.
Mm.
Karaoke.
Well,
Let's go.
I'm genuinely sorry that your dreams didn't didn't work out.
Well,
No,
it's okay
fuck
because
that.
I'm
He did
here
not-
now at
he
No
didn't
Stars
deserve
podcast
it.
room,
That is true. That is true.
so my dreams are still living on.
Can we add business to that for future?
Business acumen.
But business and economics.
Yeah.
Get that up there.
I'll
I
change
did
it.
economics.
Right, we're wrapping this up because I really need to piss.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Wrap it up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, thanks for listening. Yeah, if you've got any business ideas, just send them through and give us a comment. Also, because obviously we forgot about the Would You Rather today because we got distracted in Jason's incredible business mind. If you've got any, I don't know, why am I talking like I present like Good Morning
I'm not
Britain?
Sure why, yeah, you're really giving this some vavavoom that you don't need to.
My dream job is to present the One Show. So let's
Is it?
let's shall I try that? Shall I try it?
The new
All
Ronan
right,
Keating.
go in again. One show vibes. Go.
Okay. Okay. Thanks for watching today's episode, guys. It's been a fun one, hasn't it?
It has.
It has. Do you remember that segment on the sheepdogs? That was so good. It's a shame they all had to be put down with foot and mouth. Okay, thanks for watching though, guys. Just remember you can send through any would you rather questions to the guys. That's at the word on the streets, or you can comment on this video or on YouTube or on the Instagram. Guys, thanks for joining me again today. Where can they find you guys? Okay, they took too long. Okay, yeah, we're wrapping this up. So would that give me the job, Joker? Do you reckon I could be on the One
That's
Show?
fucking disgusting. That made me fucking sick.
Yeah, thanks for listening, man. But
Thanks for
genuinely,
listening.
send some would you rather's through and that, man. And yeah, we'll read some out if you send them through. I've been Joe.
I've been Jason.
I've been Rod.
We'll see you next week, man. See you later.
This has been the Word on the Streets. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.